The new vest just came in. I'm excited. I got two of them, so I can just have more than one. Probably gonna order like 5 more just to have them. I wanted to come on here and speak. I did a video this morning, but I wanted to come on here and speak about not waiting for inspiration. Something that I've been guilty of in the past is waiting for information, ultimately driven by my need to be perfect, my desire to be perfect. I can say that I am a bit of a perfectionist, but I've also learned not to wait for the inspiration and to just get things going. And as I get things going and I gain momentum within whatever it is that I'm doing, I allow myself to be inspired by different experiences. And by having an intention of getting to wherever it is that I plan to go and taking the step regardless of if the moment is perfect or if the opportunity is there, as I get going, I create my own opportunities by way of recognizing them as they present themselves due to the fact that I have an intention and I have a direction of where it is that I'm going. So I say all that to say, just think about where you want to go, think about who you want to be, and then just get going, because you're going to get better. And I made a video a few weeks ago talking about it doesn't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to have the perfect setup to start, because me wanting to be perfect is what stopped me from doing these videos on a much more consistent basis. I believe I started this channel about 5 or 6 months ago, maybe a little bit, somewhere around that timeline. I started this channel and I wasn't consistent because in my mind, I knew that I wanted the room to be perfect. I wanted the lighting to be perfect. I wanted all of these different things to be perfect. But what I've noticed even within this year is, especially as it pertains to the consistency I've noticed within myself, just coming on here and speaking, I've noticed that I'm making more progress and I'm excited. I'm very excited about the things that I'm doing. I painted my room. I bought a plant. I borrowed Chuck's light. I rearranged some lighting. I took this out of my bedroom and I brought it in here just to add as much to the space as possible. But the most important thing is that I'm showing up. I made a video the other day in reference to showing up for myself. And I'm building confidence within myself by showing up every day for myself. I'm building value. I'm building self-esteem and just showing up for myself and taking a step towards the things that I want to be. I don't want to sound too repetitive because I know I talk about these things a lot. And I think I said this in another video or a couple other videos. But that's really the premise of where my life is right now. That's the basis of what I'm thinking about right now. And that's just where I am. That's just where I am. That's what's most prevalent in my life right now, is the focus and making sure that I'm showing up for myself and doing the things necessary to build myself up. Every day is a step. Every day is a step. Every day is a step to get towards the goal that we're trying to create for our lives. I'm very excited about what the future has in store, given the fact that I've been so consistent and I'm showing up for myself. I can't wait to see what happens as I approach new projects and endeavors and new experiences with a much newfound sense of confidence and belief and a higher level of self-esteem that I have in myself. Even though when it comes to my art, I operate at a totally different level. Like, the way I interact within the world isn't the same way I interact within the creative process of my art. When I'm creating the music, the videos, I'm operating, the music specifically, when I'm making the music, I'm operating from a very high level. There is no lack of confidence. I always have the utmost confidence in the things that I'm creating, especially when it comes to the things that I'm putting out. Even though they may not have been the best overall when I made them, given case in point, looking back at my first musical songs, like Efforts, which was the On My Way EP, and the songs that were in that and around that, they weren't mixed the best. Some of the songs I think I mixed Hold Me Down. I don't think the mixing on that was that well, but it took me doing that to be able to get to where it is that I am today. So ultimately, continue to show up for yourself and don't wait for the inspiration. Put yourself in the way of inspiration. People think that inspiration is something that doesn't exist until the right time, but inspiration is constantly moving around. You just have to have the intention and the eyes to see it and have the awareness of it. But you're not going to be able to see it or have the awareness of it if you're not in motion, if you're not in the world gaining new things. Often, I think I talked about this earlier today, but You can take in the same information as someone else and you can have a totally different perception of it. That's because you two have two totally different perceptions and two totally different motives for whatever it is that you're doing and going about your lives. So you may see it this way, the other person may see it a totally different way, but it's all based on what you are looking for. And it's all based on what is meant to come to you when you have an intention that is guiding you somewhere. So you're going to pick up something totally different. And yeah, so just getting in motion and staying in motion, and you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. Some days are going to be better than others, but all you have to do is continue to show up for yourself. And that's going to help build that love of self. Even now, I think I had a situation earlier where I had to talk to a couple of my friends, and I was texting this girl and she took a while to text me back. And understanding that the value that I have in myself, I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, I'm just not going to text her back. Because I think the value that I was placing on myself, it wasn't overestimated, but it was just, I was taking it to the extreme, and I was like, I'm just not going to text her back. I'm not going to do that. She took too long. But I talked to my friends and they were like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. So I don't even know where I was going with that. But the value that it builds in myself. But like I said, I'm just excited about where it is that I'm going and the newfound value that I have in myself overall. Like I said the other day, I'm the most focused I feel that I've ever been right now on a consistent level. I think the most focused I've ever been in my life was when I created The Lone Wolf. Given the fact that I only had 2 days to get it done, I was so focused. I was locked in. I was walking around the crib with my socks off. If you know me, I used to have really ugly feet. Because I used to skate a lot, and I used to wear shoes that were too small, so I had ugly feet. My feet aren't ugly anymore though. I detoxed my body. But yeah, I was very focused around that time. But now, given all the information and everything that it is that I'm doing right now for the sake of becoming the person that I want to be and accomplishing my goals, I actually ended up texting that girl, and we had a very great conversation, just paragraph. I'm like, that's what I like. That's the energy I need. I don't like that dry texting stuff. Don't text me dry, because that's going to make me leave you alone. But ultimately, I'm glad I ended up reaching out to her and I didn't allow my desire to be petty or just whatever it was. I'm glad I didn't let that take me over or overcome me. It was a good conversation. I enjoyed it. Talked about a lot of good things. But the focus that I have in my life right now, I'm just grateful for it. Really understanding how I feel by acknowledging the things that I should be grateful for and the things that I am grateful for, and doing my part, playing my part to put things into the world that are going to have a positive impact on the lives of other people and that are going to allow me to grow as an individual into becoming the person that I am. The older I get, the younger I realize I am, which is like a weird phenomenon, because I see that there's so much more to life, and I've gotten to this age so fast. So I know that there has to be more. I feel that I'm just getting started. I watched a video today and the gentleman said a man's prime is like 28 to 35. I still feel like a kid a lot of the times. I still feel that I'm still in such a state of absorbance and I'm just taking in information. But the thing about it now is I'm taking in the information and I'm in a place where I can apply it. So I'm applying the information very quickly and I'm noticing the changes. I'm noticing the change that it's making within my life very quickly, whether it be a mindset or a behavioral pattern that I alter. I can see the difference that it's making in my life, and me having the foresight to understand that by me making certain decisions, it is increasing the potential of me magnifying my life and aggrandizing my life on a large scale. And that's what I really want to do. I want to live my life to the fullest. I don't want to live a life of resentment or with any regrets or anything that may have a negative effect on me in my later years. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything in my power to maximize my life and maximize my potential. I know I say that a lot, but that's another very common theme within my life. I want to maximize it, and I want to make sure that it is as great as possible. And I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I'm not going to let other people get in my way. I'm not going to let other people's opinions of me get in my way. I'm not going to let my own self disbelief get in my way. Those doubtful and negative thoughts that often present themselves by way of the programming that has been instilled in a lot of us who aspire to be great people within the world and to make a difference and make a change. I'm not going to let those thoughts get in my way. I'm not going to let the actions of other people get in my way. I'm not going to let people abandoning me get in my way. I'm not going to let anything get in my way, because I know what I want, and I'm going to go after it vigorously, relentlessly, and I'm going to make it happen. That is something that I feel is ordained on my life, and I'm going to go after it. And I feel that if you feel the same way, you should go after yours too, because you deserve to feel the blessings that are meant for you just as much as anyone else. There's no reason that you should allow yourself to suffer in agony and anxiety from not going after and fulfilling the potential that has been given to you. You know the potential you have, just as I know the potential that I have. But it's about whether or not we choose to actualize that potential and become who we know that we are truly meant to be. I feel that if I go after the things that I want in my life, whether it happens or not, me and the young lady that I was talking to, we talked about this as well, but it's really about dreams. It's about having dreams and goals and things that inspire you and get you up every day and make you feel a sense of in life. The things that really get you going. Like when I think about making these videos and I envision myself on stage and performing in stadiums and talking to people and really having an impact on the lives of my fellow human being, it gets me going. It almost takes me back to playing sports. The realm that I'm in is not a competitive sport where you go back and forth with people on stage. You're in present. I mean, there are like music battles and rap battles, but it's a different level. I often envision myself as like Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan or LeBron James when it comes to what it is that I do. Like that, it takes me back to playing sports when you get an and one or you win a game, and it's like you know what I'm saying? You just feel like that. I feel that way with music when I hear a song of mine that I really, really like, and I'm like, I did my job. I did my thing on that. Like I really did my thing on that. And I'm just blessed enough to understand the value of opening myself up to be the vessel for these things to come through me and for these things to exist within the world and have the potential to change the lives of people who hear them. I make things for people with dreams. I make things for people who have ambitions and are crazy enough to go after those things that they want in life. And that's really where I am right now. I want to go after everything that I want in life, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm set on that. I've made my mind up. I've made the decision. It's going to happen. And that's it. Period. That's it. It's it. So continuing to show up every day for myself, continuing to have faith that these things are going to happen, continuing to allow myself to get better, continuing to believe in myself, continuing to surround myself with people that love and support me, continuing to allow myself to be around people that I can love and support as they move towards their goals. That's what it's all about. It's about building relationships and building community with people who have similar ambitions, whether or not it exists within the same realm of creativity that you exist in. There's always something to be learned and gained and experienced from other people who may have different interests, but the intention is all the same. It's to get better and to maximize our existence and to have a positive impact on humanity. That's all it's about. That's what the Purple Era means. That's what it's about. It's about having a positive impact on humanity and operating at the highest level. And if we do that, then the world will be a much better place, and it will be more beneficial for our fellow human being. And that's just where I'm at with it. I'm really supposed to be reading right now. I was supposed to have been reading, but I don't know, these things just come to me, and I felt the need to come and speak. It's about 2 a.m. My computer isn't even on right now. I will check the time. My iPad may be in here. It's 2:30 a.m. January 26th. Happy birthday to Lonnie. Happy birthday to Lonnie. I've learned so much from Lonnie. Just the past, I've known him since I was like 8 or 9, and just the things that I've learned by observing him and the way that he moves through the world, the way that he handles himself, and the way that he takes care of business is it's taught me a lot, and I have to thank him for that. I'm gonna send him a text message when I get off of here. But shout out to you, bro. Love you for life. Real spill. Damn, I've been talking. I need some water. But yeah, though, so this is what it's all about. It's all about these moments of just pure expression. And I'm grateful to be able to do it. I'm grateful for all the experiences. I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I didn't allow my need to be perfect to get in the way of me expressing myself. I'm grateful that I'm coming to understand myself. I'm grateful that I'm prioritizing my dreams. I'm grateful that so many things have happened in my life that have ultimately led me to this point of being the person that I am. And I'm grateful to be able to speak to all of you. That means the world to me, to be able to speak to all of you. And by expressing myself, putting the potential or putting the opportunity in the world for somebody's life to be impacted and for them to go on to do great things within their life, to have been inspired by my work. Nipsey Hussle said that he said the highest act of any human is to inspire. So I have to try to inspire. I think we should all try to inspire by using the gifts that we have. I didn't know speaking was going to be something that I would do. I'll never forget. This happened last year. I went up to MSU for, I believe it was homecoming, and I was walking to the tailgate. I was by myself because me and G went to the Latin tailgate, and then I was walking to the black tailgate, and this girl was crying. Or it was 3 girls, and one of them was like upset about something. And I don't know how we got to talking, and then I think they asked me something, and I was like, why are you upset? And then she basically gave me a story about how some guy she was talking to was acting funny. And then I gave her a whole little spiel. It wasn't like a whole spiel, but then they all started crying. And they were like, I don't know if you're like a motivational speaker, but you should be. But then I was like, maybe, that wasn't the moment I realized I had a gift, but that was kind of an affirmative moment for me. Like, get back on your path, get back on doing what it is that you should be doing. But I love what I do. I love the intention that I put into my work. I'm happy I am who I am. And I'm learning to really value myself. I think over the last year, I've really come to learn to value myself. There was always, like I said earlier, there was never a lack of confidence when it came to me doing things in terms of like my music and my creativity. But there was a little bit of friction in terms of acknowledging or expressing the value that I had in it. So in terms of the creative process, there was never a lack of confidence. I'll say that in actually doing it and making the songs. But there has been a lack of confidence and a lack of self-esteem in expressing it to the world. And I can say over the past couple of years, just doing it, but like besides the fear, like I would always go against the fear or stand up. So I look at a lot of my old music videos and I'm nervous because I love the song, but I'm thinking about it in my head that I'm being perceived. And as I mentioned in a few other videos, I'm learning that I can be comfortable being perceived because I have something unique to offer, and ultimately finding value within myself. I always take these things to the last minute. I have 1 minute left, but finding value within myself. So showing up and displaying my value to the world and being okay with however it's received and perceived. Whether or not it's either of those, or whether or not it's received or perceived, I'm just happy that I'm doing it. And I'm happy that I found the confidence and the belief and the love within myself to be able to express it with fluidity. And I'm still getting better every day. I'm gonna continue to get better. I probably have about 30 seconds left on my SD card right now, but I want to say thank all of you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Nick Journeys YouTube channel. I am Nick Johnson, aka your favorite cousin, big bro, whatever it is that you want to call me. I'm probably your favorite nephew too. But I thank you for watching, and if I haven't already, I officially welcome you all to the Purple Era. Catch you on the next one.